morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming something really exciting, and I've been waiting to do this for quite a while now, and it is testing out the Mira Hormone Tracking Kit. And this is what you use to track your ovulation. And as you can see, it is still completely boxed up with the wrap on it and everything. And then I have another box here. So we are going to be doing an unboxing today and testing over the next few days so I can give you a really great review of this product. And basically what it is it is a digital way to look and read ovulation tests. If you've seen my previous video about how I tracked my ovulation when I was trying to get pregnant with my first baby, who is now 8 months old, I did it using OPKs, which are ovulation predictor kits, just the little strips, and I stuck them in a book. I'll put the link somewhere up here to that video so you can go watch that if you like. It has over 500,000 views and a lot of success stories on there if you read the comments. It's amazing. But the company Mira reached out to me and said if I wanted to try this one, which is a digital way to read them. And the thing with ovulation predictor kits is they can be hard to read. It's not like a pregnancy test. When you see 2 lines on a pregnancy test, whether that line be faint or extremely dark, it's positive. But when it comes to ovulation tests, there's always 2 lines. It's about the darkness of the line that really matters, which can be hard for some people to read and understand when they're really actually ovulating. I talk about that in my previous video, but with this, it should tell you for you. I'm just really excited. This video is not sponsored by Mira. However, they did send me this product for free to try out and review for you guys. And I do have a link so you can get some money off a purchase if you want to buy this. And I will put everything about that down in the description box below. So my discount code or link will give you $20 off the price of the Mira device. So I am now going to unbox this with you guys, and we are going to test it out, and this is going to be a really raw review and demo, and we're going to see how this goes. Okay, so firstly on top you get a little instruction booklet, get started with Mira. Okay, and then inside the box, this is what it looks like. You have, I'm guessing this is a charger cable, and then another little booklet, and then you have the device at the bottom. How sleek. I mean, it comes in a little case and everything. How cool. It's discreet, it's easy, like if you were traveling with it. How amazing. How nice does that look? Okay, so I'm just going to take it out of here, put that to one side, and this is the device. Okay, I just went and grabbed my laptop so that I could plug this in. So I have plugged it in, and I'm hoping it's going to focus. Okay. Oh, there you go. I don't know if you can read what that says, but it says it is charging and it is at 0%. So while that is beginning to charge, I am going to download the Mira app. I'm just going onto my app store, Mira. Let's open up the app. Mira would like to send you notifications. Allow, let's create an account, login. Okay, perfect. Now, fertility tracking, accurate, personal, connected. I want to either get pregnant, avoid pregnancy, or track my cycle. So for me, I am going to press track my cycle. Okay, let's put some information. Birth year, 1996. Average cycle length, let's put 29, because it has been a little bit longer the last few. Let's put 29. My last period, okay, 21st of April was my last period. Tap the first day and the last day. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 days. Okay. And yeah, that would make sense. I'm on cycle day 10. Okay, perfect. Save. Connect your Mira analyzer. Press button to confirm connection. It does say that. Press that. App connected. Oh, perfect. Your Mira analyzer is now connected. Done. Okay, yes, it says there, because I put in when my period was, that I am on cycle day 10, and my fertile window is in 2 days, which is about right. You ovulate averagely around day 14. So Mira actually sent me, I think it was called the starter kit, which includes the test ones as well. So in the test ones little box, you get a user manual again, and then you get about 10 cups, which is great, so you don't have to look around your house for something to pee in. You have them right here, and then you have all of the test ones, and I have 10. So if you don't know when you ovulate, I would start testing around day 10, day 11, because you really don't want to miss that ovulation, and you could ovulate early, but you also could ovulate really late. So if you don't know when you're ovulating, you will need a few of these because you'll want to test on multiple days to see when you're actually like ovulating. I know roughly I ovulate around day 14, but for the purpose of this video and because I have 10 tests, I am going to be starting on cycle day 10, which is today. So what you basically do is you take a test, you pee on it, and you will stick it into the bottom of this machine, and it's going to tell you if you're ovulating or not, which is amazing. So it is 9 a.m. currently, and because I am already up, I have already peed this morning, so this test will not be my first morning urine, which I know is not a good example, but I do want to test today just for the sake of this video. But every single day that I test after this, which will be in the rest of the video, it will be using my first morning urine, and it says that to use that in the instructions, so that is pretty crucial, because in that first morning urine you have the highest concentration of that hormone that it's looking for, which is LH, which is the luteinizing hormone. So today will be the only day that I don't, but I am going to go and pee in this cup, and I'll be back and we will test and use this together and see what it says. I'm really, really excited. Let's open one of these up. This is what it looks like. So that is what one of the test strips looks like, and the triangle on the test one shows you which side and which direction to put it into the Mira analyzer. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I am going to dip the test window into my urine sample for 10 seconds, and then I'm going to insert it into the Mira analyzer. And I'm gonna have the app open on my phone recording the screen, but it can take 15 to 20 minutes to actually get the result up on your Mira analyzer. So I'm hoping you can see it. You might not be able to because of the brightness, but it says ready to test. So it's ready to use, and it says no prior readings, the battery level, and that my Bluetooth is on. I'm dipping the sampling side into my urine for 10 seconds. So I took the cap off that side and I'm placing it in the urine collection side, and now I'm going to put this with the arrow. And you want to keep it level like this. I'm going to put it, and it's counting down from 16 minutes. So let's just see what else this app has to offer. As you can see from the screen recording, it says period, and I logged when my period was. Let's go back. Sex, so you can log when you had sex with or without contraceptive or none. I'm just going to go off that. Hormone test. No data yet today from your Mira analyzer because it is still counting down. We haven't done the 15 minutes yet. We have 14 minutes left, and then that should change. Temperature, if you've taken your temperature, cervical mucus, cervical tracking, and notes. That's great. Let's see, that's tomorrow. Okay, so we will just wait until this is finished, or until it beeps, and we will see what happens. Mira Fertility Starter Kit, and this is what the company sent me, so that's what I just showed you. It includes 10 ovulation test ones, and it is $200. But like I said, I have a code to give you $20 off of this amount. It is a affiliate code, so I do make money off of it if you buy it using my code, but it is at no cost to you. You're actually getting $20 off $200. And if you need more of the test strips, which are these ones, whoops, they are $45 for 20 of them. But once you know when you ovulate, you only need to be testing for a few days just to make sure you're actually ovulating on that day. You know what I mean? You don't need to be testing for 10 days if you know you ovulate on cycle day 14. So these can last you quite a while. So included in your starter kit, which is what I just showed you, you get the Mira Fertility Analyzer, which was the machine. You get the carrying pouch, which is this right here. Super sleek, has a zip all the way around, really, really nice. It has a charging cable and a user manual. And in the Mira Fertility Wand box, which is the exact one I showed you, you have 10 individually packaged single-use Mira Fertility Test Wands, a user manual, and a step-by-step instruction booklet for everything you need to get started with Mira. But basically what I'm going to do in this video, I am on cycle day 10 today, and this is my first test. And then once I have finished today, I'm going to insert videos and clips over the next probably 5 days of me using this test every single morning. We're going to see what it says, and you'll be able to see whether I'm ovulating today, whether I'm ovulating tomorrow, cycle day 13, 14, we'll be able to see exactly what it says. So it gives you a really realistic review of this product for a first time user like myself. 3 minutes left. The app still doesn't say anything just yet. Let's see how long there is left. Oh, 57 seconds. Cool. 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, okay, so it came up straight away on the device. So right there, I hope you can read it. It says LH none. And then it has the actual concentration of that luteinizing hormone in my body, which is 2 ml/U per ml. But it says LH none. And straight away, when that beeped and came up with that, on the app, it now says hormone test LH 2.35 none. So it tells you exactly. Now you can see on the screen recording, it says hormone test that I took today at 9:25 a.m. LH, which is luteinizing hormone, which is the ovulation hormone, 2.35 ml, and then it says none, very clearly none. So I am not ovulating or anything like that. Wow, how cool is that? And basically I'm done for today. I know I'm not ovulating, so for the next 5 days I will be inserting footage of me using these in the morning and what it says coming up on the app and everything like that. So I will see you guys tomorrow. So today is cycle day 11 and it is 6 a.m. and I am testing as showing you guys right here. And then I'm opening the app and the reading is saying less than 1. So there's definitely none in my system at all, which means I am still no longer ovulating. So moving on to cycle day 12 now. Again, I'm showing you guys right here that it is May 2nd, cycle day 12 at 5:45 a.m. Testing again, and on the app it came up as reading less than 1 again. So yeah, now moving on to cycle day 13. I knew it should be starting to go up now as I usually ovulate around cycle day 14, but it was 8 a.m. All of these tests are done with my first morning urine. So here we are at 8 a.m. and the reading is saying it is 3.41. So it did go up just slightly, but it is still at a none reading. So moving on to cycle day 14 now. This should be when I ovulate. It is 6 a.m. again, testing, and the reading is coming back as 18.55. So it has definitely gone up to a medium, which is good to see, but it's not a high reading. I thought it would be high, but so I'm just going to continue testing. So today is now cycle day 15, 6 a.m. again. And the reading came back as 2.22. So it dropped right back down again. So I'm guessing that is when I ovulated yesterday. But I still am continuing to test just in case. So today is cycle day 16. I never usually ovulate this late, but I'm testing anyway. And it came back as 2.57. So none again. I tested again. Cycle day 17, I'm just going to keep testing just to make sure, just for this one cycle. So cycle day 17, and it came back as none again, 2.51. I'm just showing you guys the graph here. As you can see, it did spike on cycle day 14, but the fertile window is still moving along, so it didn't pick it up. So I'm continuing to test again. This is cycle day 18, 6 a.m. again, and it is reading 4.94, which is low, which is weird. So in the next part of the video, you will see exactly why this happened. Hi guys, it is a couple months later now, and I wanted to give you an update on the clips that you just saw. So I was a little bit confused, as you heard from my voiceover, as to why I never got a high reading. So I actually contacted Mira, and I'm going to read you out the email that I sent and their response. And then I actually tested for another cycle, so I will show you those results as well. Okay, so this was the email that I sent to them. I said, hello, so I have a little bit of an issue. I did my review over the last 10 days. I was very excited and did an in-depth recording when I took the test every day and what it said, but I never got a high reading. The highest I got was a medium. I started testing at cycle day 10 and just finished today on cycle day 19. So the app thinks I never ovulated since I never got a high reading. It didn't make for a very good review. I'm a little confused as to why this happened, as I have tracked my cycle before and I have regular periods and I know when I ovulate. Any idea as to why this happened? Thanks, Vicky. And as you'll see from there, the blue shadow line, which is your fertile window, never stayed when I got my peak. It kept moving, so it thought that I never ovulated or never hit my fertile window. So I was confused, but this was their response. She said, "Hi Victoria, I'm sorry about this confusion. Upon checking, we didn't see an error on your back end. The test you did on May 4th, which was cycle day 14, with a result of LH 18.55 should be your ovulation date." So when I got that peak, it wasn't really a peak, but it was a medium reading where the graph went up, that should be your ovulation date. Your fertile window is from April 30th to May 5th. Our hormone fluctuates from woman to woman and cycles to cycles. The pattern of the curve is more important than the absolute value. And that's what you should be looking for, the pattern of the curve, not the value. So since it's your first cycle with Mira is still learning your cycle. The fertile window and score are only based on the cycle length and period length that you had set up at the beginning. Mira's algorithm set up a baseline LH level 25 as the average ovulating level. Once the LH level reaches 25, that day will become the ovulation day, but everyone's hormone level is different. In your case, you may have lower hormone levels on the average, which is totally fine. Please keep testing by following the testing days shown on the app to look for your LH surge. When ovulation happens, you should see a sudden increase in LH concentrations, although the peak value can vary greatly. In your next cycle, Mira will set up the baseline with your actual LH levels. The fertility score and prediction will be more personalized over time. Let us know if you have any further doubts, and let me know if you need more testing ones. So I said, okay, that's really cool. So they sent me some more testing ones so that I could test again for the next cycle. And for the next cycle, I didn't record testing every single morning. You guys kind of got the idea of how you use the Mira analyzer. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do a screen recording of my app, and I'm going to just show you what my next cycle said. Alright, so I'm going to go to the graph, and I'm going to go all the way back to the first cycle that I tested, which is the results that you guys just saw. So as you can see, I got my little peak right there on cycle day 14, which was May 4th. But as you can see, the blue shadowed area, which is supposed to be your fertile window, it didn't pick up that that's when I ovulated. But as she said in the email, that it has a baseline level of 25, and I only got to 18.55, so it didn't register that I ovulated. That's why I was confused, sent them the email, and then I continued testing. So I got my period again, which is that red shadowed area. And then I started testing again, and this cycle you can see it worked so well. So as you can see, my huge LH surge right there, it picked it up obviously during my fertile window, and then it came back down again. So it was so obvious that I did ovulate around that time, and it was, I think, around cycle day 16. Let me see, let me go, this is July, let me go back. Obviously I'm a little bit ahead now. Okay, so this was the one that I tested the second cycle. So cycle day 13, 2.27, cycle day 14, 2.35. I usually ovulate on cycle day 14. It didn't pick it up this time. And then it started going down. So I was like, oh God, it's not gonna work again for this cycle. However, it started going up. So this was cycle day 16. It went up to 17.85. So as you can see, on the morning, 6:59 a.m. on cycle day 16, you can see my reading was 83.75. And it was super high. So that was basically my LH surge and when I ovulated. I then decided to test at 10 p.m. that same day, and it dropped back down to 17.85, which is medium. And that's why it's so important to use your first morning urine as it says in the instruction booklet, because if I hadn't, I probably would have missed that huge peak. So that was really, really good to see, and I was so glad that it worked that time. So that was the second cycle, and as you can see, it worked really, really well. So that is the end of this video. I hope you guys found it useful or enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I will leave a link of where you can buy the Mira Analyzer starter kit down below, and you can get $20 off by using my code. But I absolutely love the Mira Analyzer. It is so great because it's digital and can pick up your actual levels. It's so easy to read and it's very, very clear. So if you do buy it, that first cycle that you are going to use it, you may have a little bit of confusion like I did, but don't worry, just do the second cycle, and as you can see, it should work like perfect the second time around. And if you don't, you can either drop me a message or you can contact Mira personally and talk to them. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.